Hey guys, what's up? And rocking some of the new clothing. Basically, I'm down at Nectans Glen tonight. I'm going to be doing a night investigation down here in the woods. It's not the best night to do it. Strong winds. We've got Storm Hannah coming in, so we've got strong winds, driving rain, and it's going to be a wet, cold, miserable night. But I'm down here on my own for a bit, and then I think Nick's going to join me a bit later on, and we're going to see what we can find. Bit of a backstory: since I was last here, I have spoken to the guys up in the waterfall shop, the staff here. They've worked here years, and I'm assuming if you believe in the paranormal, you believe in other things as well. But I mean, these woods are, there's been sightings of fairies. A troll that a lady comes down every day and feeds, so there's a lot, an awful lot going on in these woods, as well as, you've got St Nectan, who originated in Wales, come down to the Cornish coast, and there's two variations on the legend. One, he was in Heartland, because you've got St Nectan's church there. Two, he was here at the waterfalls where he was a hermit, and there's a little hermitage up there. And basically, one day there was a couple of bushmen looking for their, I think it was their pigs in the story, and basically St Nectan helped them find the pigs, and then to thank him they cut off his head. And as the legend goes, he then picked up his severed head, walked back to his hermitage, laid down and died. And then two mysterious women came out of the woodland and put his body and buried it underneath the waterfall. His bell that he used to warn the ships of bad weather with is said to be in the Cleeve, which is where the water from the waterfall comes in. There's a big cavern there that the water goes in. And the ladies here were telling me about one day two divers went into that Cleeve to try and find the bell, and they never resurfaced, and their bodies were never found. So there is an awful lot of myths and legends surrounding this place. And as you may remember, it is the place where I very first had as a complete skeptic, my first unexplained paranormal event, which is that day when something grabbed my right shoulder and whispered in my ear. Now, as a skeptic, I could not, explain that. I couldn't explain the pressure of a hand on me, and I couldn't explain the voice in my ear. That then went on to a book coming off a bookshelf, which I still think, I could probably explain it if I put enough time into it. It was a windy day, although the book weighed just over a kilo. So, it's a place that means a lot to me. As being where it popped my cherry, if you want to call it that, and I started believing in the unexplained and paranormal. The trolls, fairies, that sort of thing, I don't know, we'll see. But you might remember me and Nick come here one night about midnight, and we parked the car up the top there, and we probably got to about where we are now, which is where the old ruin of the house is. But neither of us could go much further. It was as if something was trying to keep us out. But tonight, no matter what, we're just going to stick at it and see what we can find. I'm going to go set up some trail cameras now to sort of keep watch while we're out and about in the woodland tonight. It's a fairly big woodland. It's about a 20-minute walk from here where we are up to the waterfalls. So that's a lot of woodland, and it goes all the way back up there, right up to the fields at the top. So yeah, I'm going to stick some trail cameras up. And I think tonight EVPs are going to be a big thing, I think, because that night me and Nick come up here, we kept hearing voices, and that's what made us leave. We weren't really equipped to properly investigate that night, but I'm hoping tonight's going to be a good night, and we will get something good. I'm going to walk down, start setting the cameras up. It's about 5:30 now, 5:45. I think Nick's going to join me about 7:30-ish, or between 6:30 and 7. I did say to meet me down here. Yeah, I've got some protection with me as well. I've got some various stones. Just because, again, when I was down here getting told a bit of the history of the place and some of the stories, one of the girls said, I mean, obviously this is a very, very spiritual place, and a pagan come down here one night to do a spiritual, you know, meditation overnight at the waterfall, and in the morning he had to be escorted and carried out because he was just drained of his energy, because he spent all night warding off evil rather than sort of making contact with the good. So I have got protection. We've got sage and things to do smudging, because I actually believe these woods are quite powerful and spiritual in various ways, and I'm going to take all the precautions I can. As I say, wind's really strong. I'm trying to keep out of it so you can hear me, but it's going to be a wet, windy night, so bear with us, and hopefully we'll get something good. Going back to what I was saying earlier about the clothing, I've got t-shirts, hoodies, fleeces, weatherproof jackets, trousers, loads of stuff. I've actually got an Etsy shop now, which is random_Matt, and basically anything I'm selling on there is, as you all know, I do a lot for the charities. You've probably seen on Twitter and Instagram, I do a lot for charity, and nothing I'm selling is for me. It's all going to Children's Hospice South West, as well as Cancer Research and the Cornwall Air Ambulance. They're the three that I really support. I've done a bit for Make-A-Wish in the past, but yeah, so if you do want anything, you know, go over there, check it out. It's all high quality, none of this cheap Chinese stuff, and yeah, I mean, I don't ask for help. I'm not asking you to go and buy it to help me out. It's there if anyone wants it. I'm not going to push it on people. It's my stuff. It's to support things that I'm passionate about, and you know, I don't need the money to make these videos. So yeah, so without further ado, let's crack on with the night. Hey guys, just a quick one. Make sure you stay tuned to the end. There's a little bit about what I'm doing at the moment, and the story behind all this stuff. If you want to hear it, it's there right at the very end of the video. If you don't, not a problem. I don't force my stuff onto anyone. Nick's on his way down, so I'm just going to get a few more bits set up, and we'll get on with the evening. I've always found this quite cool as well. You've got these little streams that run down from the footpaths, and it goes down to the main river, and the rock is like bright red. I'm no geologist, can't even say the word, let alone do it. No geologist, but that's quite cool. I've got a little dwarf thing. Right, so when you're out paranormal investigating in the woods with slippery rocks and rivers, don't do this. Whoa! So that's our laugh for the evening. Nick, however, is now soaking wet. But
about there.
you got to do these things, take some risks, and if you're not out there getting wet, dirty and muddy, then you're doing it wrong.
But I saved my phone.
That's the main thing. So it's starting to get a bit darker now down in the woods. We've heard a few voices and things, but and obviously Nick's got very wet trying to get a good picture. That was my entertainment for the evening, but it is too cold to be falling in a river. As you can see, getting nice and dark now. It won't be long before we're in pitch black and we can crack on. We're going to we've set up by the wish tree. There's like a central base, and we've then got the bridge we can go over up into the woods, and then we're going to go that way as well, up towards the waterfalls. So yeah, stay tuned, and we're going to get right into it very, very, very soon. It's starting to get dark now, guys. I'm just currently stood on the bridge where the apparition of a man is meant to have been seen numerous times, actually. Just on this bridge here. And you can probably see why. It's quite a spooky place to be at night, to be fair. A little update then, guys. We are hearing what appears to be a female somewhere out in the woods there. I'm thinking it's up in this sort of part of woodland there with the trees. I mean, it's 9:30 now, and it's not completely pitch black, as you can see, but it's dark enough. And both myself and Nick are sort of picking up a female voice, sort of behind us, as well as over the bridge up in the trees there. So we haven't really started as such yet. The K2's been very, very quiet, very little happening on that. We're going to start getting right into it in a minute. I want to keep you updated on what we're hearing, what we're feeling, and go from there.
Something over there, somewhere.
Something?
Well, I think it's a woman. First time I put the torch on, I thought I heard footsteps. Second time, I heard a voice. And then this time I heard a voice. But I'm not sure how far she was. It was definitely a female voice.
That's what I've been picking up, female voices. What's that?
Does anybody wish to communicate? Come towards us. You can use our energy.
Do you want us to leave you alone? If you need help, just ask, we might be able to help you.
What lights in
No. Well, not that way.
And that's the bookshelf.
Yeah. No power, so.
More than anything, I don't want.
Right, guys, we've finished up. We've just finished up in the church. You might remember from one of my other videos, and we've just been capturing some orbs on video. And out of the blue, where we were stood here.
Watch where
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, no, that's fine. We were stood here, and we were videoing the orbs out there, and out of the blue, that light just literally exploded onto the floor. Now, there's glass everywhere.
I was standing there.
Yeah, no, exactly, right. Yeah, that's.
I'm on.
I didn't get that on video because we were looking at other stuff, but out of the blue, bang, just exploded while we were photographing and videoing the orbs. As I say, it's on the floor, look. Just literally, and it's still popping now, isn't it? Cracking.
Yeah. I would say it's the change in the heat, but
It's actually warmer in here.
it's not that cold in here.
No.
And it shouldn't have warmed up that quick.
No, well, that one's fine.
Yeah. So the other ones.
But yeah, I mean that's it for us for tonight anyway.
Go on.
Yeah.
We'll turn the electric back off.
But yeah, I mean if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe. We've had a lot of fun. It's been a very weird night, very unusual, and that's quite a end to the video, to be fair. Wish I was recording. But, no, very unusual. So I will see you guys on the next video. Hey guys, I just wanted to take this opportunity quickly at the end of this video just to tell you a bit about the stuff that I'm wearing. Obviously this is team wear. I've got it from a team, but I have an Etsy shop, random_Matt, look it up. I've got various things on there that I'm selling, and it's not for my own benefit. You guys will know from Twitter, Instagram, and obviously local media that I do an awful lot for charity out my own pocket. When I sold my businesses, I wanted to help other people, and there is a long story behind that about my own health and some of my own battles that I've fought, and I wanted to give back. And I'm not pushing it on you. You don't have to go and buy it. I don't care if you do or don't, but anything you do buy from my Etsy store goes straight to either Cornwall Hospice South West, which is a respite hospice for kids and families suffering various illnesses and running away from domestic violence, that sort of thing. The other is Cancer Research UK. That's very close to my heart for my own reasons, and you don't want to be bored with my own health stories. And the third is the Cornwall Air Ambulance, which if you lived in Cornwall or any rural area, you will know how important they are, especially if you are suffering with a serious medical emergency, and the nearest hospital for most of us is a good 45-minute drive away. So they are very important to me, and as I say, everything is quality. I mean, these fleeces are, you know, absolutely amazing. I do waterproof coats, t-shirts, polo shirts, trousers. I've also just ordered a line of boots, similar to the ones I'm wearing, waterproof hiking boot type things, and there will be other stuff added, you know, as well as, you know, various other things. It's all high quality because I want you guys to enjoy it and like it and get lots of use out of it, and at the same time I want to make sure the charities that benefit from it, you know, are happy as well. So as I say, I will never push things on people. I don't do all this, you know, charity events and things to try and squeeze money out of people. You know, I personally, out of my own pocket, donate to these charities, do events for these charities, and I've never really asked anyone for that help. But if you feel like going over and buying something, please do, and you'll be helping out a charity anyway, and that's the last you'll hear of it from me. But I hope you're enjoying my videos. I say the quality's going to start going up, and I just enjoy doing them. Whether you guys like them or not is another thing, but if you do, thumbs up please, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.